bread and butter. We've got a short slate of games tonight. I do have your graphic here. So Nick Suzuki coming over from Montreal. They get Calgary tonight. Over 1.5 points is at plus 190. That's a nice price.
I love Nick Suzuki. Might be my favorite player just to watch. He's the captain of the Canadiens. He's coming off a career year. He plays on one of the top lines in the entire sport with Cole Caulfield and Juraj Slavkovsky. He leads the team in points. He leads them in assists. He's on a 6-game point streak and three multi-point games in that span. He's top 5 in points if you go back since January 1st of last year or January 1st of 2025. He's top 5 in points, which I think would surprise a lot of people. 1 point is probably there's not enough value on there, but I have a feeling against Calgary, a team that gives up a lot of goals, Suzuki can find the score sheet at least twice, if not more than that. And he's also a great player. He covers blocks. If that's a prop that you're interested in going for, he's a great forward to have for a prop. He's good for 1 or 2 blocks per game. He's really fun to watch, and I'll keep an eye on him tonight.
It's also been fun to watch the New Jersey Devils, who are in first place of the Metropolitan. I mean, I'm no hockey expert, but I know that the vibes are always more around the Rangers. And for the Devils to start the season as strong as they did, first off, how surprised are you? And second of all, why is this your anytime goal scorer?
I'm not surprised. The Devils are really strong.
What was it, injuries last year that hurt them?
Huge injuries last year. Losing Jack Hughes was horrible. They had lost Dougie Hamilton earlier in the year. Jacob Markstrom got hurt in the middle of the year. He came back, but he also looked a little bit shaky by the time he did come back. I really think injuries had a huge deal or a huge reason to why New Jersey didn't excel more in the playoffs than they did. They also had a tough first round matchup. Remember, they had to go against the Carolina Hurricanes that were really strong. Mm-hmm. So I'm not surprised that the Devils are off to a good start. The Metropolitan Division it's probably the weakest of the 4 in the NHL. And I really think Carolina and New Jersey are going to stem away from the field as the season goes on. They're obviously the 2 strongest teams in that division. New Jersey's offense is so good. Their top 6 forwards is probably one of the best in the game. Everyone knows Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt. My pick is Nico Hischier because he's coming. First of all, he generated 4 scoring chances. New Jersey beat Toronto yesterday, and Hischier generated 4 scoring chances by himself, and he didn't score. So I really like the bounce back appeal here. He plays on the power play. Everyone, again, gives Hughes and Hamilton and Bratt a lot of the attention. So Hischier's a big guy on the power play. He's also in front of that net on the power play where most goals are scored. So I really like him as an anytime goal scorer. They're playing the Minnesota Wild, who, as you know, maybe a little New York hangover. Minnesota was in New York. They played the Rangers on Monday night and got the big win. Maybe there's a little bit of New York hangover. Minnesota also has a great power play, not so good on the penalty kill. So that makes me like Hischier even more.
If I knew, I would have got some Minnesota players. I don't know anybody, but I'm just saying I could have told them to come out to the bar, got them all drunk and given them a real hangover so that you could hit this. But I mean, that's for another time, I guess. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding, by the way. The chat could take that seriously. I'm just kidding. I don't know anybody. I don't take athletes out. Buffalo Sabres, they are one of the worst teams in the NHL. Again, 2-4 to start the season. They are the second to worst team in the Atlantic. And yet you like one of their players, Zach Benson, to go over 0.5 point. How come you can bet this on one of the worst teams in the league?
So I kind of like these last 2 picks as a parlay. So Zach Benson has been filling in. Josh Norris was on the first line with Tage Thompson for the Buffalo Sabres early in the year. Josh Norris is a player who's battled injuries all his entire career. And Zach Benson, who was injured to start the year, but is now back, has been elevated to that top line to play with Tage Thompson, and he has 6 assists in 3 games. It's a really good trend. Zach Benson's really fast. He adds speed to that line. Tage Thompson is one of the best shooters in the NHL. Has one of the best hardest shot, and he shoots from everywhere. He's a really good volume shooter, and it's usually Zach Benson who's setting him up. So I really like over 1.5 or over 0.5 point for Benson. I like him to find the score sheet tonight. But on the other end of the ice, they're playing the Detroit Red Wings, who give up a lot of shots, and Buffalo, for all their trouble, they do generate their top 5 in rush chances, their top 10 in shots on goal. So I really like them to get a lot of shots tonight. So I like Gibson's over in terms of a saves, and if you play those two together, it could add to a little bit of value for you.